It's time to talk to Tyler Orton of Business in Vancouver about today's business headlines. Good morning, Tyler.
Hey, good morning, Sam.
So we're going to start with Shell, and Shell is planning to sell its stake in Canadian Natural for about $3.3 billion.
Yeah, this is really just their continuing effort to get out of the oil sands here in Canada. This represents one of their dirtiest assets, so to speak, and we've seen a concerted effort from Shell just in the last few years to cut emissions and get into some of those cleaner projects. If we look at the West Coast angle, we do know that they're still mulling a final investment decision on LNG Canada up in Kitimat. I wouldn't necessarily say that this sell-off of their stake in Canadian Natural is representative of any or indicative of any decision that they're going to make with regards to the BC LNG project, but it is indicative of ongoing efforts to cut emissions and get into cleaner assets, and this is representative of that.
Interesting. Okay, well, speaking of oil, let's talk about oil.
Yeah.
The price of oil hitting $70 a barrel for the first time yesterday. It's still trading over $70 today. Is this the new normal?
Well, and that's going to be the big question. We might get some better insights by this afternoon because, of course, U.S. President Donald Trump is going to announce, so he says over Twitter, his decision about whether or not to stick with the Iran nuclear pact. And this is going to be something that we've seen influencing the price of oil leading up to this decision. Most speculators out there don't believe that the Trump administration is going to stick with the Iran nuclear deal, which is why we've seen the price of oil going up, creeping upwards. So the other big factor here, though, that I think is also very, very important, though, is that this price spike that we've been seeing recently, it has a lot to do with a 2017 deal made among OPEC nations to curb their production. So that's having a big influence, too. Here in Canada, we, of course, know that back in 2014, it had a huge impact on the economy. Bank of Canada cut its benchmark rate a number of times. And it looks as if a benchmark rate hike seems to be imminent. This might just push it over the finish line with regards to Bank of Canada's final decision coming up in a few weeks.
Right. Interesting. Okay. Well, thanks for being with us, Tyler. Have a great day.